In part 2 of our series with former Oregon Duck and current Dallas Cowboy offensive tackle Darrion Weems, we talked about his new life in the NFL, playing for the Dallas Cowboys, and being a new face among a locker room of stars.
Yeah, and I signed, probably a couple minutes after the draft. The Vikings called me and said that they wanted to sign me. So I signed there, and then I went there, did OTAs there, and they cut me right before camp. And then I didn't really have a home for camp, and guys were getting hurt in New England, so I got a chance to go there and play, and I played there for camp, and then after camp there I was in Indianapolis for the first 2-3 weeks, and then after that I was with Denver until 2 weeks ago. and then they activated me here, and I've been here. So
how difficult?
It's been a long road, but it's fine.
How difficult is it when you get the word you work so hard and you get the word that you're cut? It's
a painful thing, but you just have to kind of have a sense of humor about it and understand why things happen, and because a lot of times you can see it coming, and a lot of times it's not even really your own doing. It's just them wanting to go a different direction, so you can't take things too serious. But I'm not a really serious guy, so when things happen, I'm like, it sucks kind of, but keep working hard and controlling the things that you can control. Work hard every day wherever you're at. So.
Timing's everything, as we talked about, and fit is everything. Is Dallas?
Fit is everything.
Is Dallas a good fit for you?
As of right now, it's an awesome fit for me. They giving me a lot of time that they don't really have to give me off the field and away from practice. So it's good to kind of get that and have people believe in you again. Because it plays a big role in your development, I believe.
Does Coach Callahan have you on the left side? You working at left tackle, left guard?
Yeah. I'm working at left tackle. I work a little at right tackle. I'm working kind of both of them, and just trying to really work and hone kind of the way they do things here, because it's kind of different from really anything I've ever done, in the way they set and punch and do things. So I'm getting it down though, so it's good.
As a Southern California guy, you don't strike me as the kind of guy that's starstruck, but what's it like to come into this locker room and play with guys like Tony Romo and Witten and all the big names here?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. You get here. I've been in 5 NFL locker rooms now. I've met a bunch of guys people would be excited to see, and I went to college with a bunch of guys that people would be excited to see. So from that perspective, it's just kind of understand where you are. You're a part of something that you can't really let things like that affect you. But they're all great guys. Talk to you and Beware. He helps me a lot. In the way I'm setting and doing things. He's always kind of in my ear like, oh, don't do it like that. If you do it like that, then I should kind of beat you like this. And I'm like, oh, okay, wise man. So, yeah.
Because you've been here for such a short time, have you been able to get to know Tony Romo, and what kind of guy is he like?
I mean, just from the times I've been around him and spoke to him, seems like a real cool guy down to earth. He cares about his job and doing things the right way. So.
What about Coach Garrett? What kind of guy is he? Have you had a chance to talk to him much?
He's an awesome guy, awesome coach. He's always walking around. We're in here, 7:15, guys still got cold in their eyes, and he's got the pep in his step, asking everybody how they're doing. It makes it good to kind of come to work, and there's a guy like that. He's enthusiastic, and he'll bring the energy even if you don't have it. So
What's life like in the NFL?
It is, from my perspective, constantly changing. It's fun though. I've gotten to meet tons and tons of awesome guys, and guys that I wouldn't have otherwise met, and I've got friends everywhere. So it's good to kind of network and do all those things. So.
I assume you really have to look at it as a business, because now it's real life. It is a business.
It's your job, and you have to realize that, just like the guy who, gets up in the morning and, throws on a suit and a tie and goes to work, it's kind of the same thing. Even though I get up and I throw on a sweatpants, this is my job, and when I get here, I have to be here on time and be precise in the way I do things, so it's your career, so.
When you were signed here, do some of the Oregon former teammates who are up here in the league, do they text you? Did you get some congratulations?
I saw DP David Paulson last week after the game. He was kind of like, you guys got us. But then we kind of, talked for a little bit, and, he's doing well up there. He's been playing good. So, it's just, every time, I make a move, I'll get a text like, hey, man, you're moving all over the place, So, it's fun. It's exciting.
Best part of the NFL and worst part of the NFL?
I'd say I think the best part is just the people, get to meet, people constantly and new guys and coaches and, just the way that, people treat you, it's awesome because that's why you play the quintessential team sport, is to be, involved with a lot of people. And the worst, I don't know, I'd say it's just, maybe, in my perspective, they're constantly changing. But it's been a good thing for me because I've gotten to learn a bunch of different things and techniques from a bunch of different places. So, I can't really give you the worst, but. Yeah.
You're on the 53-man roster. Does that mean, though, do you get to dress at the games or?
There's only like 44 guys who dress for the 40. I don't know how many it is, but there's a 53, and then there's like 46 that dress. It's weird, but I haven't dressed or done anything yet. So.
A couple of last questions. What are you primarily working on now with Coach Callahan? Is he happy with your technique, or what kinds of things you?
He's happy with my raw abilities. Now we're working to kind of get things the way he wants them, when I'm pass setting, kind of, steeper angles and not as vertical, and the way I use my hands, just little things like that kind of take you, from a player from, here to here and, there to the next level. So, just all the little things, So.
Look in the future for us. Where would you see yourself maybe here in 3 or 5 years? Is that even tough to say?
Man, win the day, man.
Yeah.
It's about that today. I'm going to go eat some lunch here in a couple minutes, and then we have meetings, and beyond that, I can't really tell you anything. So.
Coach Kelly taught you well. Now, in that interview with Darrion, he did tell me he doesn't know a lot about Kansas State, but he did say he was certain his former teammates would bring home that Fiesta Bowl trophy on January 3rd. In Irving, Texas, at the Cowboys Valley Ranch facility, I'm Warren Williamson, Oregon Duck Football News.